Welcome to today's deep dive into what we're calling the talking paradox. I mean, our mission today is really to decode the hidden authority of silence.
Yeah, it's such a fascinating topic. We're going to look at why the quietest person in the room is, well, secretly the most powerful.
Right. And how mastering that silence can totally upgrade your own influence. So, to start, picture this. You're in one of those soul-crushing sync meetings, and there's that one guy. Let's just call him Gary.
Oh, yeah. We all know a Gary.
Exactly. Gary has like a megaphone strapped to his soul. He's lecturing everyone about his crypto portfolio or why his sourdough starter is basically a sentient deity.
Right. He thinks he's the DJ of the party, bringing all the good vibes.
But to everyone else, he's just a blaring car alarm that nobody knows how to turn off. Okay, let's unpack this. If dominating the conversation alienates people so much, why is our default setting always set to broadcast?
Well, it really comes down to biology. There's this Harvard study that mapped this out. When we talk about ourselves, it triggers dopamine hits in the brain.
Like the exact same receptors as eating great food, right?
Yeah, eating food, winning money, sex. The speaker is literally getting a chemical high from their own voice.
Wow, getting high on their own supply.
Exactly. But for the listener, the effect is, well, entirely different. They experience severe cognitive load.
Because listening actually takes a lot of mental work.
It does. The human brain has limited processing power. So having to constantly filter out this relentless stream of unsolicited sourdough updates burns serious mental calories. It leaves the listener physically exhausted.
And quietly resentful. But wait, if getting a dopamine hit from broadcasting is this universal biological default, how do we explain the historical master, listeners?
What do you mean?
Well, it can't just be hardwired, or history wouldn't be full of these people, like Zeno of Citium.
Oh, right, the founder of Stoicism.
Yeah, the guy who pointed out we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so we can listen twice as much. Or Talleyrand, the legendary French diplomat.
Oh, he's a perfect example.
Right. He deliberately weaponized silence at these high-stakes dinners. He would just sit back and let rival diplomats get totally drunk on their own dopamine.
Just spilling all their state secrets.
Exactly. And when Talleyrand finally spoke a single sentence, it hit with the force of a guillotine.
Talleyrand really trained himself to override that biological impulse.
Hmm.
And I think that highlights exactly where modern communication advice just completely fails us.
You mean like active listening?
Yes, active listening is so flawed. We are taught to nod, hold intense eye contact, say, I hear you every 30 seconds.
Yeah, it feels so artificial.
Because it's a performance, not actual listening. It's a symptom of what psychologists call the writing reflex.
The writing reflex, what is that?
It's this innate, almost fatal urge to immediately fix someone's problem. The second a colleague comes to you stressed out, your ego flares up.
Oh, so your brain instantly starts drafting advice about like using a Trello board.
Yes, you completely tune out the reality of what they're actually experiencing because your ego wants to be the hero.
Wow, yeah. Here's where it gets really interesting, though. Psychologist Carl Rogers offered a totally different framework called unconditional positive regard.
Right, which completely flips the script.
It does. Instead of prepping your brilliant reply, you completely suspend your own judgment. You just focus on comprehending their reality, however flawed or cracked their lens might be.
Which naturally lowers their defenses.
Exactly. It's essentially a psychological hostage negotiation. You disarm them by making them feel totally seen, so they might actually be receptive when you finally do speak.
And to practically deploy this disarming tactic, we can look to the Lakota tradition of the wait rule.
Okay, how does that work?
Well, in our hyper-caffeinated modern world, we treat silence like a software glitch, right? Something to be patched immediately with ums or likes.
Right, any dead air feels terrifying.
Exactly. But the wait rule turns silence into a tool.
Yeah.
In your next meeting, when someone finishes speaking, deliberately wait exactly 3 uncomfortable seconds before you respond.
Just sit there in the silence.
Yes, because human psychology hates a vacuum. If you leave that empty space, the other person's brain will instinctively rush to fill it.
Oh, and that's usually when they drop the real truth, isn't it?
Yes, you extract the hidden bonus content or crucial detail they were too nervous to say initially. They reveal their actual hand.
That is so powerful. So what does this all mean for you listening right now?
I think it means you can ditch the exhausting pressure of personal branding. We all feel this anxiety to be an impressive talking pop-up ad.
Right. But by stepping back, you offer the 21st century's rarest commodity, which is unpartitioned attention.
Exactly. By turning off the broadcast, people will walk away labeling you a brilliant conversationalist, even if you said almost nothing.
It's the ultimate paradox. Give away your attention to command it. Close the mouth, open the ears.
Truly.
All these sources leave us with a really fascinating thread to pull on. Our world is getting relentlessly flooded with AI-generated noise and automated talking head.
Endless synthetic content.
Endless. So ask yourself this. Will intentional, deeply human silence soon become the ultimate luxury status symbol? That's something for you to mull over today. So the next time you feel the urge to broadcast your inner Gary, remember, nobody like a car alarm. Be the quiet center instead.